Hello everybody, welcome to another watercolor tutorial. We are painting a galaxy today. I'm just changing out my water because I forgot to do that. Okay, so we're painting a galaxy today. I wanted to try out my new palette on like trying to produce a galaxy painting, seeing what the difference is, because I'm used to doing galaxies in a using a different set. So let's see, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to start with. I think I'm going to start with some sort of magenta. This might be a little too neon, to be honest, for my purposes. Yeah, that's too neon. Sorry, you can't really see the palette. There's another half to this palette, and I just picked up a neon, but I don't think that's gonna work for my painting. As I've said, okay, I might be repeating myself here because I'm painting all of July's tutorials in one day, or over the span of 2 days. And I don't know, I never know like what order I'm going to be uploading these in. So, you know, I may have said this many times because those tutorials were uploaded first, or this may be the first time you're hearing this, but I'm very impressed with this palette. I highly recommend it. If you're interested or in the market for a new palette, the colors are so opaque. They're amazing. I'm very impressed with it, and when they run out, I will 100% be buying this palette, because I got sent this palette for free to review and test out and try out, and I must say, like, I didn't have very high hopes, not because, like, for no particular reason. I had just never heard of this company before, and I am blown away by the quality of the colors. So I'm passing on the good reviews to you guys so that you can take advantage of it and not have to search for a good set of watercolors. I will include the link for them in the description, and I'm sure that I haven't looked into it yet, as I've mentioned in other tutorials, but I'm sure that the link is like an affiliate thing, so it'll give me some commission if you use that link to purchase these, if you choose to do so. So I'm just creating a gradient here with the colors. I'm just getting progressively darker as I go upwards towards the sky. Oh, that's blue. We'll end with black at the top here. I just wanted like an easy painting to finish off July, or for me, I'm finishing off July, but I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, so, you know, it might be one of the first tutorials that you see in July, we'll see. So how I like to make things look like a Milky Way or space, or, you know, that sort of effect. You don't want it to transition super smoothly. So you can kind of like dapple the colors so they're not totally even in how they transition into one another. If you know what I mean. And what I really like about this palette is that the white is also super opaque. So I know I'm gonna go through this so quickly. I need to look into this company and actually see what products that they offer, because it would be a shame if I couldn't replace just a single color, because obviously you go through certain colors way quicker than others. For instance, black and green are kind of the colors that I go through much more frequently or like rapidly than others. Okay, so I have a lot of moisture on this. I do want it to be quite a bit darker at the top. It would probably be wise to just wait for this to dry and then apply more, but I'm at a point in the painting process, since this is like the 8th painting that I've done in the last 2 days, where I'm kind of over it and just want to get through these. So, I wish it was more blue here, but it's so wet that every time I put more blue, it just kind of fades. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm gonna let this totally dry before we move on to the next step. Okay, so this is mostly dry. I'm tempted to do a second layer because when it dries, it's not as intense in color, and I don't have as much black up here as I initially intended to have. But just thinking about this. Yeah, I'm gonna go and do it because I want more color at the bottom as well. There's not nearly as much as I wanted, so just gonna take some blues. Like, oh, it's such an opaque blue. It's so chalky, but a good chalky, like not a bad chalky. And black. I have my window open in the bathroom. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping. It's a bit frustrating. Today I wanted to really finally finish some tasks in the garden, and rain kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I don't think it was even forecasted. So that was frustrating to have to stop what I was doing. And I guess I could have kept going in the rain, but like, we live in a forest, so as soon as there's just a hint of moisture, the mosquitoes come out in full force. And I was not going to be dealing with the mosquitoes. Like, they always like to bite my butt, and it's very unpleasant. But I guess I should wear jeans because they can't, I've noticed that they can't bite through jeans. But anyways, okay. So that is a nice second layer there. I'm gonna let this totally dry. And then we'll actually start doing the fun stuff. Okay, so for this next part, and honestly, I could probably use white watercolor because this palette is so opaque, but because I don't want to use up the white for this, I am going to use white acrylic paint. And what I'm doing is watering it down a little bit so that it's flickable. And then I'm gonna take a paintbrush and tap it against this brush, and it's going to lightly transfer these delicate drops onto our painting, which is gonna make it look like a very, very starry night sky. I think I went a little crazy with the stars. to be honest, that's enough. That's enough stars. I might make some of them a tad bit bigger, so there's like a little bit more of a contrast. Okay, kind of like snowballs in the sky. So now that we have our Milky Way established there, I'm going to paint our silhouette. So you can choose to paint whatever you want, really. It can be a balloon, a landscape, trees, flowers, like whatever your imagination comes up with. But I am just going to paint a simple, like mountainous looking landscape. And this is simply because I'm lacking inspiration on what to paint. So it's just going to be a very simple landscape. So oops, that was not intentional. So I guess we're going upwards from here. It's gonna be very rocky, so I'm angling my paintbrush. I'm trying to make it as flat to the paper, so kind of parallel with the paper. And I'm painting kind of sideways, these little peaks. This can be maybe a night sky somewhere in the desert. In like Nevada or something, where they have Utah, where they have rocky formations like this. I cycled through the States back in 2017, I believe it was. And yeah, those desert states right before California, like Utah, Arizona. We didn't really go through Nevada too much, I don't think. But I'm sure that it's the same. Like, it was such an alien landscape. Like, it looked like those old Western movies you see with the tumbleweeds, and there were literally like animal skulls on the side of the road in some places. So bizarre. Really, really cool experience though. And then on this side, I'm just kind of following the reference photo I have at this point. I was gonna kind of make it my own, but I have no inspiration. I don't care to do too much thinking. I do want some of this pink to show through, so I'm not gonna go too much further to the right. So that is going to be that. I think I'm just gonna leave it the way that it is now. In hindsight, I would have made this bottom portion a little bit lighter so that the contrast between the silhouetted portion and the sky or the Milky Way was more intense, but that's something you can do if you like the sound of that. I'm gonna just leave it like that. I am done with this, guys, so I'm gonna peel this off so it's not very clean there because I have reused this tape 3 times now. But I can always touch that up with acrylic paint. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this really simple Milky Way galaxy-esque painting. If you did, let me know in the comments. Hit like on this video, and I will see you in the next tutorial.